So if you've ever been told that you're too lazy, too much, too sensitive, and not trying hard enough, I think you want to sit down, babe. This video's for you. I don't know why. Why would I be nervous? I talk all the time. All of those that I just mentioned are literal symptoms of ADHD. And nobody told me anything. If I had a montage of my life, I would put it up right now. I can remember my first memory of knowing that something was wrong. I remember being 6 years old in my first grade teacher's class, and I'm sitting there, everybody's getting their work done, and I wasn't. I was looking out the window, daydreaming, talking. I remember giving myself a pep talk. Today is going to be the day. Today is going to be the day where I do all my work and I'm going to listen and I'm not going to get yelled at today and I'm not going to get distracted. I mean, a 6-year-old imaged like a cloak of concentration. I just imagined that being laid upon me and that I was going to get all my work done and my mom was going to be proud and Mrs. Cox was going to be proud. And not even within the first minute, I was the ideas, so many ideas, but not being able to finish anything. I always knew, but couldn't pinpoint what was actually wrong. My mom, she kept me back in the first grade because the teacher said I was talking, I wasn't getting my work done. They just thought I was just lazy. So it was, and plus it was a different time then. I've always been a creative person. I'm a former singer. Having the yeah, let's go has never been the issue. It's just finishing. And that can get very frustrating very fast. I have a memory of my mom driving me and my best friend at the time. A song came on the radio and I knew it. Then I remember my mom's voice, if you had gotten those books like you know every song, then we wouldn't have these issues. Obviously saying that in front of my friend who was on the honor roll. It didn't make me feel too good. And I remember my grandmother saying to me, Jack of all trades, master of none. And I was highly offended. I would start something and then lose the steam to finish it. And I would beat myself up about it. Maybe I really am lazy. Maybe this is not really what I want. My emotions were always intense, always feeling things so deeply where I want to just take my heart out of my chest, or I just want to turn off my brain. So with intense emotions come intense relationships. And it was always drama. I masked so well and talked myself out of nothing's wrong and it's just me, that I really did myself a disservice. What kind of person would I have been? Goals that I had, would I have been able to achieve them? Music was such a big part of my life that I was getting to certain places like reality TV shows, sang and stuff like that. And I was always told oh, you just don't want it bad enough, but I couldn't focus to do what I needed to do. It does make you mourn the person who I would have been, who I could have been. Okay, Dooney. Stop! Oh, these kids coming in here. That's why I gotta record it quick because I wonder what she would have been like if she was diagnosed at 8 instead of 38. I was masking so well, but I was drowning. When I finally got my diagnosis, it wasn't oh my God, like a shock. I knew. My brother was diagnosed when he was 8. ADHD looks differently in girls than it does in boys. Well, it can be. So it was a relief. My brain is always on go, 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 go. And nobody tells you, trying to get diagnosed as an adult. Why can't you just do it? Why can't you just be normal? Before getting the diagnosis, I had beaten myself up so much. Then just to get the diagnosis, it was like a whole flash of my life went by, of every opportunity missed, relationships that suffered. And think about things that people had said to me when my grandma said about me being the jack of all trades, master of none. Oh, you'd be so great. You're so smart. You just have to get yourself the motivation. You have to have discipline. And then getting that diagnosis and understanding hey, it's not just me. So it was a relief, honestly, but just more like a confirmation. The things that they don't tell you. The grief is real. The grief of mourning the person that you could have been. If I had gotten diagnosed at 8 instead of 38, the ideas and the dreams that I had and that I didn't follow through. It wasn't just on me that you don't have the discipline, you just don't want it bad enough. There was a reason. 2, nobody tells you that medication is not going to be a magic fix. Medication is a tool. It helps you. It lessens the symptoms. And it may take you a while to find the right combination for you. And they can be very annoying to get if you've run out and you've forgotten to fill your prescription. And
what's the procedure? Stay calm!
So that's a whole nother mess. So stay on top of getting your meds. Like I had mentioned earlier in the video, nobody tells you that ADHD can look completely different in girls than it does boys. My brother was diagnosed when he was 8 years old. I was diagnosed at 38. It's not always the hyperactive and running up and down the walls, and it's not always that. For me, the daydreaming, the forgetfulness, the unfocused. And again, it's a disservice to women because they take it, oh, she's just a girl. She just talks, not knowing that women are suffering with this and just pushing through and masking. So they need to do a lot more research on this for women. Nobody tells you that you will have to unlearn the guilt of not being the person who you could have been if this was detected earlier. You got to let that go. The person that you are now is who you're supposed to be. And you're wonderful as you are. That's okay. You were never broken. And there was a reason for all of it. So what I know now? I know now that my brain is not a problem to be fixed. And if I was fixed, I'd be better. It means that I lose focus, that I get distracted. It means that I will lose things. I lose my keys probably like once a week. It means a lot of things, but it also means that this is the way that I was made. This is the way I was designed, and that there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. I started this channel because I wanted a space for myself and being Muslim and how that affects my life and just having a place to be and to exist and to show people that, hey, if you're like me, you're not alone. I'm here. And also to say the things that everybody's thinking and that you already know, but you needed some confirmation from a trusted source, me, to tell you that you're not crazy and that, yes, we're on the same brain wave, and to start that journey and to let that guilt go. So if you're watching this video and you're undiagnosed, I definitely would trust your gut. Trust your gut. I urge you to speak with a healthcare professional. It's not, don't let somebody talk you out of it. It's not an excuse. It's not something that you're trying to be trendy and like, no, trust your gut. Understand that the symptoms that you are feeling, that they are real, and there is life on the other side of it. Trust your gut. And if you're watching this and you just got diagnosed, welcome. I want you to know you're not alone. And if you've known for a while about your diagnosis, give yourself some grace. Don't put all that pressure on yourself that you have to have everything figured out right away, because we're all figuring it out, to be honest. We're all doing this by the seat of our pants. Let's just keep it real. So allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Hope. Okay. So allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm Red Flags and Rice, your neurodivergent big sister on the internets. Let's just go with it. Leave me a comment on when you got diagnosed and when did you know. I read every single comment. Every single comment. So if this video resonated with you and you felt connected with me in any kind of way, like, share, comments, you know all the things. Post every Tuesday. And if you're new here, welcome. And if you've been here, welcome back. By the end of each video, my hijab's going to be all over the place. Like, share, comment, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Be good to yourself.